All right, so metal planer operator. Bet you don't hear that one every day, huh? Seriously, though, this stack of info from RoleCatcher you sent over got me kind of hooked. Like, when was the last time you thought about where smooth metal parts even come from?
Right. Totally under the radar skill. But these sources lay it out not just running a machine, it's precision work, blueprints, knowing how metal acts.
Okay, so someone's thinking career change, sees metal planer operator. Give them the quick pitch. What's the job actually about?
Okay, picture this. Giant, heavy-duty cheese slicer. But instead of cheese, it's metal. And instead of slices, you're taking off just the right bit to get the exact shape and size the blueprint says. That's the metal planer, and as the operator, you're basically conducting this metal shaping orchestra.
Okay, getting a better picture now, but sounds more involved than just like levers and stuff. Rollcatcher Guide mentions setting the machine up, right tools, making sure the metal piece is good to go, even troubleshooting if things go sideways.
Exactly. It's not just pushing buttons. The guide actually breaks it down into 3 levels, like climbing a skill ladder as you go.
Ooh, love a good ladder. So where do you even start on this metal shaping journey?
Think of entry level as the apprenticeship. You're assisting the pros, learning to read those blueprints. They're like the instructions for each part. And it's super important. Safety, safety, safety. It's drilled into you from day one.
Makes sense. Heavy machinery. Gotta be careful. So you've put in the time, learned the ropes. What's the next step up?
Next, you're the junior operator. More responsibility, doing more yourself. Now you're setting up the planer, fine-tuning the cut, even doing some basic troubleshooting when things get finicky, like apprentice to journeyman. You've got the core, and you're building on it with each job.
Okay, feeling more capable just hearing about it. But gotta ask, what's the top level senior operator? You're like the metal planing Yoda then, right?
Pretty much. Senior operators, they're seeing the whole picture, raw metal to finished piece. Not just following the steps, but figuring out the best strategies, even working with the engineers and designers sometimes. Guide mentions this planer milling, combining planing with some milling to make really intricate stuff. That's the high-level stuff senior operators are doing.
Whoa, planer milling sounds intense. So good pay, job security, that feeling of making something with your hands. Any downsides we gotta talk about? Okay, so last time we were talking about all the good stuff, the career path, how satisfying it must be to do that work, but, wouldn't be a deep dive if we didn't get real. What about the tough parts?
Well, you mentioned one earlier. Big machinery means safety is huge EE.
Yep.
But also the guide's pretty upfront. This is physical work. You're on your feet a lot, probably lifting, moving heavy metal. And the environment.
Hmm.
Let's just say earplugs, safety glasses. Those are your buddies now.
Yeah, so not your typical temperature-controlled office gig. Maybe a plus for some people, though. Still, good to know. What else did the sources say about what this career path really looks like?
This next bit is key. For anyone really considering this, the Bureau of Labor Statistics stuff, the guide cites it, predicts a dip in jobs for metal and plastic machine workers overall. The next few years, I mean.
Hold on, hold on. So far, this has been sounding pretty sweet. Declining job market? That's a curveball out of nowhere.
Don't panic yet. Not all doom and gloom. See, while the total numbers might shrink, there's actually more demand for really skilled operators. Remember our skill ladder. That's where it gets crucial. The more you specialize, adapt to new tech, the more you keep learning. That's what'll make you stand out.
So you can't just coast on knowing today's planer. You got to be ready for whatever the planer of tomorrow is.
Exactly. And the guy's got tips for this. Online tutorials, those workshops, manufacturer certifications, even networking, like industry events, forums online, just connecting with other operators to trade tricks.
Love that. Never stop learning, right? Which, honestly, good advice for anything, not just this. But okay, say someone's ready to go for it. They've brushed up on their blueprints, practically got shop safety memorized. How do they nail that interview?
The million-dollar question. Luckily, your RoleCatcher pile, it's got us covered.
Oh.
Whole section on interview prep, even example questions.
And some of those are really something. Like, how do you keep everyone safe when you're running that planer, yourself included? It's beyond just the rules. It's like a state of mind.
Totally. They're looking for someone who gets it. A metal shop is a team. Even if it's just you on that one machine right then, your awareness, how you talk to people, just as vital as knowing the emergency stop button.
And then there's the classic, tell me about a time the planer went wrong and how you fixed it. Everyone loves a good problem solver story.
Best chance to show off that you can think on your feet. But what's interesting is the exact problem you pick matters less than how you solved it. Did you stay calm, break it down, try things out, or just start hitting buttons hoping for the best?
So it's not just about I'm the hero. It's about proving you can handle the curveballs this job throws at you.
Key takeaway. And honestly, true for any job out there. But one final bit from the guide, worth highlighting especially for these interviews.
Come on, spill it. What's this final wisdom bomb from RoleCatcher?
It's easy to miss when you're thinking about the technical stuff. Soft skills. Don't overlook them.
So we're talking like communication, teamwork, problem solving, the stuff you can't exactly show off by holding up a perfect metal part.
Exactly. I mean, even the best operator, they got to talk to their team, explain stuff to the boss, maybe train someone new later on. The guides are clear. Employers want the whole package, not just someone who can work a machine.
Makes sense. And it's a good reminder that those soft skills, they're just being human, right? Helps in any job, any part of life, really.
Totally. And you can work that stuff right into those interview answers, even when they're asking about technical things. Ever have like a miscommunication that almost caused an accident? Talk about how that made you a better communicator, more careful.
Oh, smart. Turn it into a positive. Okay, we have covered a lot about metal planer operator. It's really cool to think about. Like, most people never even consider this whole career path. We see smooth metal, we don't think about the skill behind it.
It's like anything else. The more you know how it's done, the more you appreciate it.
And that's what I love about these deep dives, not just metal planing. It's about opening your mind up to different work, different skills. Maybe you even find some hidden talent you didn't know you had.
Absolutely. Who knows? Maybe someone listening right now, this is their aha moment. They're meant to be shaping metal with crazy precision.
Or, hey, maybe they just look at the railing on the stairs different next time they walk by. Either way, it's about seeing things new, right?
Exactly. I'd say we've officially deep dived into the world of the metal planer operator.
Until next time, everybody, stay curious out there.